Well, tomorrow is the final day of Hispanic Heritage Month, where we've been highlighting Latina leaders in our community. Dr. Juana is the founder of the Mi Casa Resource Center in Denver, which is the largest Hispanic serving organization in the state. She joins us now. First and foremost, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yes, and you've been amplifying, you've been sending us stories all month. We appreciate that. Now, you were born in Nicaragua.
I was.
You were the
yes.
6th sibling or of eight kids?
Yes, I have 8 brothers and sisters, and I came over when I was a young girl. That allowed me to get an education, to be the first, I like to say, the first in my lineage to get a college education, and also being able to contribute at a higher level. And I always say that I'm the dream deferred of my parents. They dreamed that someday someone in our family would be able to do what I do.
Wow, they must be very proud. So talk to me about when you first moved here. What was life like as an immigrant, especially as a child?
Well, because I'm an elder, as you can see from my beautiful white hair.
You look fabulous. Stop.
I grew up in the 40s and 50s, and so it wasn't just being an immigrant. Right. It was also being a woman. I think a lot of women don't know what it was like to grow up in the 40s and 50s before there was any kind of feeling about women's rights. But also, you know, people weren't as aware in those days as they are today about diversity and inclusion. So, you know, there's this feeling of not fitting in, of not having the right thing, of working really hard, which pays off in the long run, but, you know, it was hard as a child.
Yeah, that's overcoming a lot of adversity,
yes.
a lot. But look at you now, and in 1977, you and a handful of women started Mi Casa.
Yes, we did.
That's incredible. So talked about what inspired you, and where did you find this group of women?
Well, it's kind of an interesting story because I was already a feminist, I may say that, which just means that I want a partnership society. I want men and women to work together to build a better future for our children. And so what happened was I got a call from the minister at the Mennonite church, and he said, Juana, there's some women here who want to talk about having a center. And I thought, thank you, Jesus. You know, I was like amazed because I didn't know that it was going to happen that quickly. And you know, one thing I do want to tell women is when you get that little voice inside, that intuition that, hey, I want to do this, whether it's going to school or getting a different job or getting some training, follow that intuition, because something inside of me said, this is really important. And the other thing for young women is I stayed 10 years to build the organization. Don't worry about that, because if somebody would have said when I was in my 30s, you're going to be here 10 years, I probably would have said, what? You just do it. You know, just like you do it every day and you do the best you can.
It's true. One foot in front of the other.
Yes.
And then the Institute for Latina Women.
Yes.
You created that too?
Yes.
Juana.
Well, watch this. I'm sitting at Mi Casa. It's been 10 years. And I thought to myself, you know, I could be here for the rest of my life. And Mi Casa is going to be 50 years old in a couple years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, it was everybody that's done it. You know, it's a tribute to women working together in community. So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, you know, I could be here for the rest of my life because women are still going to need jobs. They're still going to need a GED, which is a high school completion. They're still going to want to learn Spanish. And we were doing great work with young girls to finish high school and get in college and stuff. And I said, what's the solution? And leadership came to me. And I swear to God, 3 months later, I get a call from the Adolph Coors Company, and they said, Juana, we've been talking to Hispanic women across the United States, and they say they want a leadership institute. Would you be willing to do that?
Oh my goodness.
So I call it destino. Latinos believe in
destiny.
Especially if you have good intentions and you want to serve and you want to grow and you want to make a contribution. I think life will bring good things to you. So that's how it got started.
Amazing.
And I knew nothing about doing that kind of thing.
Except for your experience and your work ethic.
Yeah, I was a leader already.
Yes, you
but
are.
What I want to tell women, you know, because a lot of times women think, oh, I can't do it. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
We call that si se puede in Spanish. And, you know, men tend to take bigger risks than we do. But we can do it too.
Yes, we can.
You prepare yourself and you do it and you bring a group together and you learn and you move forward.
Oh my gosh, Juana, it's such a privilege to meet you. You are a force, let me tell you. And you can listen to more stories from powerful Hispanic women at juanaborgas.com. Thank you again. Appreciate you.